Hello and welcome to the ADHD Guru podcast. My name is Jonathan Carroll. I am an ADHD and executive functioning coach. For more information on me, you can visit my website at adhdguru.com. You can call me at area code 877-398-2343. Uh, you can send me an email to Jonathan, that's Jonathan at adhdefcoach.com. You can find me on YouTube and at Twitter at ADHD Guru. You can find me on Facebook at ADHD and Executive Functioning Coach. For more, if you're listening to this through the iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, or TuneIn Radio, thank you. If you want to leave me feedback, is appreciated. If you have an idea for a show or something you'd like to hear me talk about, my suggestion to you is to put it in the comments or send me a message and I will try to talk about it. A few of my shows already have been dedicated to that. So I'm always looking for new topics. So if you got something you want to hear me talk about, I'm happy to do it. So today's topic is fidget toys. They are the latest craze. If you go into any store now, you will see them. If you have children, you certainly, if you don't know about them, will know about them soon. They're starting to come in a few different varieties. So I'm going to talk about two in particular. Now, for you, those of you that are watching me on YouTube, you're obviously going to see these. For those of you that are not watching me on YouTube, I would Google fidget spinner and fidget cube. So let me hold up the fidget spinner first. It is sort of triangular in shape. It has a few ball bearings on it, and you spin it. I mean, it is what it is. Maybe you can hear that on the audio or see it on the video if you're watching it. But you spin it, and it spins and spins and spins. And for us people with ADHD, I'm an adult ADHD, sometimes things like this can be very cool. They can be very, they can help us sometimes with regulation, but they can also become very distracting. So that is a fidget spinner. This is a fidget cube. So I have, it's got a ball bearing here. You can probably hear that. It's got, it's got like things that you click, like a switch. It's got a thing here that you spin, and it's got like sort of like the 5 side of a die that you press. Okay. So we're seeing a lot more of these, obviously, and it's really impacted. I bought these for my kids. They were begging me for them. So as the strict father that I am, I decided to buy it for them. No, in all seriousness, I'm actually I used my kids a little bit as guinea pigs to see how they would use these both at home and potentially at school. Obviously I don't see them at school, but, kind of asking. And what I see is that, they are fun. Their friends come over, they want to use them too. So considering how digital we are and how electronic things are, it's nice to see kids playing with things that aren't necessarily digital. So I'm happy about that. They are for adults. I have a couple adults I've talked to that have these. They're fun, but again, they can also be a distraction. Like some of the kids that I know, or some of the adults that I know, that have these are reporting that it helps them sort of self-regulate in certain situations, that it allows them to occupy themselves while they are in situations that may not allow them to have a lot of movement. It sort of gives them that movement opportunity. I found a strategy many years ago, and I'm going to hold up my thing, is one of these sort of hand grippy things. You can probably hear it a little bit, ones that you squeeze and click and sort of build your hand strength. I would use those in meetings when I would kind of keep my hand on the table, or in situations that really require me to focus and use that. And that really helped me. So again, there are benefits to these things from a standpoint of helping with self-regulation. Again, the concern is, where does it cross over from being helpful or becoming another distraction for yourself? And that's something you really have to learn through experience okay, now this fidget spinner is getting in the way of me getting other things done, or this fidget spinner is getting in the way of my kid getting homework done or behaving in class. As opposed to this fidget cube that they have is really helpful because my kid is focusing on class well, instead of drawing in the notebook or doodling or whatever else some kids with attentional issues will do. It's the child is holding it in one hand and writing with the other hand. So it can have that effect. So my advice to you is, if you have children with these, is kind of observe them, see how they use these. If you find that they're using these to be helpful, then I would suggest that you at least monitor how it's being used, and see and help your child understand effective ways of incorporating that into the day-to-day. If you're seeing it's too much of a distraction, I think you have to explain to your child that, look, this is too much of a distraction, and let's find other ways to use this. As an adult, you have to kind of watch yourself. I know a lot of adults I've spoke to who've gotten these used to tap their pens or would do things in meetings that were very distracting to others. Having something like this may allow you to cut down on that a little bit, because it may cut down on the compulsive behaviors that we do to help us self-regulate. So I hope that helps you a little bit. Let me give you my info one more time. I am Jonathan Carroll, an ADHD and executive functioning coach. Find me on the web at ADHDguru.com. You can call me at area code 877-398-2343. Send me an email to Jonathan, that's JONATHAN, at ADHDEFcoach.com. Find me on YouTube and at Twitter at ADHD Guru. Facebook at ADHD and Executive Functioning Coach. And if you are listening to this to the iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, or TuneIn Radio, thank you. And please leave feedback or send me suggestions. And we will see you soon.